What's going on, boys? How you doing? Hamza, Yash, G Money, Andrew, how you doing? Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that, brother. Finally, we seen some normal stuff back in the markets, guys. I know I've been posting a lot of negative news and being very skeptical of this rally. I know I missed out personally on a couple of days. You guys crushed it. TN Goldman's crushed it absolutely. But the reason I was being so cautious and I kept warning you guys to be cautious, this is not a healthy market, guys. First of all, that 6 day rip. What's up, Hamza? How you doing? It's definitely possible. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason being, we are in a very clear downtrend. I know that that rally there off the lows was huge. It was a massive, massive rally. But in the bigger picture of things, we're still way below our highs of the year. So let me show you something. So this is why I was just trying to warn. I'm not trying to scare you out of long positions. I'm not trying to make you dump your calls or anything, right? Even with that huge rally, we're still down 6% on the year. We rallied 6% in about 6 days. And those kinds of rallies only happen in bear markets. This is not a normal 8.3% in 6 days. What's up, J Dub? I appreciate that too, brother. Make sure you like and share so we can help as many people as possible. But 8% rally in about 6 days is not normal. What that saying that SPX SPY's normal average yearly return is 10%, and we got 8.3% in 6 days. So that's not a normal rally. What's up, Tom Tom Stock? What's up, Darsh? It's possible. I mean, Tom Tom Stock, it's definitely possible, but the selling today was a good start. The Bears really need to prove themselves tomorrow. If we have another follow through day tomorrow, then I'll be more of a believer that we're going down more. If tomorrow the Bears can't do anything, then I'll turn bullish again, and it'll just be a bull flag back to highs. But first we have to see how tomorrow reacts. Tomorrow is very, very important now because the Bears actually did something today. I mean, this selling was absent. So if you guys see in the morning, okay, good luck, Tom Tom Stock. We actually hit a lot of calls in the last 6 days, but thank you for visiting us, even though you're a hater. Um, Spy. So finally at about 12:45 today, I was seeing some stuff crack. Why did I say that in the room that I got a small sell signals? Was because a lot of the individual names I was watching, they were losing their daily uptrend. So I said watch out for a little downside here, and then we got it right away. So Spy started selling off around lunchtime here, 12:45. A lot of stuff this was just normal consolidation in the morning. A lot of stuff started losing their healthy uptrends around here. That's when I said be a little cautious, guys. And then we lost the VWAP on Spy and never looked back. Never got back on top of it. Closed right near the low of the day. So that close right near low of the day is important because that shows Bears had it right in the back. Okay, send me a screenshot of your Tesla 1300 calls and we'll watch them very closely for you, Tom Tom Stock. Other than that, we lost the 200-day moving average today. Next support down here is at 441, which is the 50-day moving average. So now watch, tomorrow, do we hold this 441 and bounce back up, or do we break the 50-day moving average and move lower again? What's up, Ginger? How you doing? What's up, Joseph? And 441 is must hold now tomorrow. That's a 50-day moving average. And then if we hold 441, we can head back and try to test these highs around 450, around here, okay? So now Bears have the upper hand just for today. I mean, the bull run was 6 days. It was massive. We needed consolidation. The volume wasn't that good on the selling today. We need more volume and more selling tomorrow, or else the bulls will just turn this into a bull flag and we can go much higher. So nothing has been proven yet. Today was a good start. Let's see if they can break 441 tomorrow. QQQ here. Same kind of setup. We did not take out yesterday's high. We ended with an inverted hammer. This has been a huge run. So tomorrow we need to watch yesterday's lows, which was 350. QQQ now, the main number is 350. If the Bears want to keep control now into tomorrow, we need to lose 350. Under 350, the Bears can get some momentum. As long as we hold above 350, this can just turn into a bull flag and up. After that, XLF was ugly today. This was the first big red flag I had since this whole uptrend started. Why? The dailies, whatever, we did run a lot, so this is normal, like giving back a little bit. But if you look intraday on XLF, this is not supposed to dump like this. This is a 30-minute chart. If you open up a 5-minute, it's even worse. So it's just straight down all day, no bounces. Bounced a little bit at the end of the day, came back down, closed right at the low of the day again. So all indexes closing at the low of the day is one little red flag. Obviously, the volume is too low to consider this the start of a bear rally or start of a dump. We need follow through tomorrow, which is very, very key. IWM, again, very ugly, very weak all day. One thing that didn't make sense about IWM is that all the meme stocks are ripping. AMC has a big is a big part of IWM, and with AMC running, IWM is dumping. Like, that's very weak. We did close 203.49, so we closed just on top of the 8-day moving average. This can still turn into a healthy bull flag, guys. After a huge run like this, if we hold up tomorrow and Friday, this can just be a bull flag, and then we can go and break this 209.55. Tomorrow, if we lose today's lows on the indexes, I'm expecting more downside. Oh yeah, you're very smart. Tesla's definitely getting 1300 by this Friday. Yeah, absolutely. Good job. Welcome to the channel, by the way. UVXY. So I did take some UVXY. The reason being I took some equity on UVXY. This does look like a daily higher low. So when we're talking about bulls in control or bears in control, we're always talking about the daily lows and daily highs, right? So we had this lower low, lower high. Then we had a higher low, higher high. And now if this is the low, if this is a higher low on UVXY, the next pattern, it should go up and take out 2347. The reason being, just ignore him, man. I don't even care. He's taking $1,300 Tesla lottos. You can have it. Good luck to you. Here we go. So we have higher, lower. We had a lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high. Now, is this the higher low that we're looking for a continued uptrend on the daily? That's what we're looking for here. Weekly as well. Same type of thing. Lower lows. First, now it's going higher lows, higher highs. So if UVXY, if some news comes out tomorrow, what we're watching, the reason for my equity entry there is, first of all, I think it has great risk to reward. Obviously, no one knows what's going to happen in the market. Tom does. I mean, he knows Tesla's going to 1300. I hope he put his whole account in that lotto. But I don't personally know what's going to happen by Friday. Short term, I do not know what's going to happen. Where is my EMAs? There it is. So one thing I was watching on the VIX here, I know we broke through some trend lines. We had some supports. One thing I'm watching is this 50-day moving average. Hold on. So I'll put that back on. So this green line here, wait, I'll make it more visible for you guys. Let's make it yellow. So bright yellow. This yellow line here is the 200-day EMA. Yesterday we held on to it. Even though SPY was ripping, VIX did not dump. That's notable. Second thing is today as well, we held on to it. We did not lose the 200 EMA on the VIX all day. So tomorrow for follow through, if we think the market is going to go down more, what the VIX needs to do is take out $24. If it breaks $24, then it looks like the low is in, the higher low is in, sorry. And if the higher low is in, then we can expect a move back up and try to take out these previous highs of 37 and 37.80. So that's what we're looking for. If this is a higher low, we want to see a move back up to these highs over here. If they're not, if it doesn't happen, then we get out with tight risk. That's what I'm saying. So basically, like I said, the 200 EMA has been held. If we lose this 200 EMA of 2262 on the VIX, I'll cut that. Let me write that. I'll cut that UVXY equity. We have very defined risk, safe play. And if we don't lose it, then we just hold on to equity. We don't lose premium on it. We don't lose anything on it. So we're just waiting for the bounce on this VIX, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. SPX, the levels were given in the morning. They worked out pretty much to a T. 44.90 ended up being a big magnet there. At the beginning of the day, as you guys saw, it was up, it was over it, it was under it, it was over it, it was under it. And at the end of the day, we broke it, and we never got back to it. So that was a key level for the bulls, in my opinion, that 44.90. It was kind of magneted to it all day. And since we closed below it, the bears have the upper hand. KRE is the regional bank play I called out. I've been watching this one for a while. The reason I call this one out is banks are actually weak when the yield curve inverts. So that's something I'm thinking you're seeing today. A lot of the banks were super weak. Like you don't see days like this on KRE and other banks. Usually negative 3.57. This was the last time it did that. But let's see if we get follow through tomorrow. Very, very important. If you scroll out to the daily, there's a very clear support. It kind of peaked below for 2 days back here in March, but then we bounced over it, and now it looks like another bear flag, and it looks like it's coming down. And if you scroll out, it actually looks like a very bearish pattern. The weekly here, even though we closed outside for those 2 days, if we closed this week, it saved it on Friday. So that Friday saved those 2 bad days. If on Friday we close below this little support here, I think there's a lot more downside coming. Other than that, thank you, Ram. Appreciate it. UPS finally seeing some weakness. Let's see if we can get some follow through finally. Finally some selling, guys. You know what I mean? Like bulls were just taking control. Finally got some selling. We have a gap to fill in UPS till 211. One thing I'm watching is bearish entries on these. I will not go bearish entries until this red crosses below the yellow. That's my 4-hour bear cross, and that's what I'm waiting for. AMD crushed it early in the morning with calls, ended up dying off at the end of the day. Amazing that we crushed calls in this one, but it was an A+ setup, guys. If you look on the daily here, I'll scroll in. This is my reason for AMD calls in the morning right here. We had a perfect retest of my resistance. Previous resistance turned into support, and it ripped up. We got a nice play on those calls, sold them quickly because I don't really trust this market, and in and out. That's all I need. Close below the 200-day, close below the 50-day, so still not bullish on AMD. Neo called out here. Those calls were very nice as well. We had a very nice uptrend, sold those ones nice as well. Again, if I'm in calls, I'm going to take daily gains. I'm not holding anything overnight. I'm not looking for a swing play on calls. If I do take calls, it'll be a scalp. I don't trust the environment we're in. And here's TomTom's favorite, Tesla. Super amazing run. We made a lot of money. T absolutely nailed this one. I think his calls went like 1,500%. Yash's calls went like 800, 900%. Goldman even hit an intraday play on it for like 100%. Absolutely crushed the run up, 38% in about 6 days. And obviously everything cannot just go straight up like TomTom thinks it's going to go to 1,300. This is a very ugly daily candle. This is showing a reversal. Tomorrow we have to see if the bears want to reverse this thing down. We have to lose 976 tomorrow. If we don't lose 976 tomorrow, then the bulls are still in control, and TomTom will get his 1,300 by Friday because he's a genius. But if we hold 976 tomorrow, this Tesla can keep running. Let's go on to some of these. This guy just keeps talking. I keep missing your questions. 1 second, guys. Hold on. Spotify. So Joseph, Spotify we'll go over real quick. Spotify, looks like it's forming a base here, but again, it's all about the overall market right now, guys. So Spotify generally, it's up a lot in the last 6 days. Will it keep going? It's definitely possible, but the more likely scenario is it consolidates for a while before continuing upward, or if the market gets weak, then it's just going to reverse back down. So that's all there is. It's all based on the market. If the market is strong, then all these stocks can keep going. And if the market reverses, all of them can come right back down. What's next? God damn, this guy talks a lot for someone that's so sure of his Tesla play. Talking a lot. Where is this? Don't bet against Fed. Are you done? The Fed just did quantitative tightening. This guy's IWM. We already talked about. Microsoft. We'll go over. I don't know if I missed something. Yeah, so IWM was a very easy short today. Here's Microsoft. So Microsoft did have this little descending channel that it broke out of, closed above the 50-day. So Microsoft actually looks very bullish here. Big run from the lows, but we did hold the 50-day. So we crossed the 50-day and held above. If you guys look at AMD, it's having such a hard time getting over the 200-day moving average. Much worse situation than this Microsoft, in my opinion. So Microsoft is clear above. Where's the 200-day on Microsoft? 200 days at 301.84. We closed today at 299. So we closed below the 200-day moving average. We're kind of pinched in between the 200 and the 50-day. Whichever one breaks first is the one, probably the direction that it goes. If Microsoft goes below 297.50, then there's probably more downside and consolidation to come. If Microsoft goes over 301.84, then there's probably more upside to this run still. What else do we have? That's about it. That's all I'm seeing here. PayPal. Let's do some PayPal for Mr. Vinay. PayPal. So PayPal is basing here. Obviously a huge downturn in PayPal. Something very, very weak, even weaker than the rest of the market. Not even close to the 50 or the 200 day after that huge dump off. It is holding above the 21-day moving average. So again, PayPal is all about these moving averages. It's stuck between these two moving averages. If it breaks 110.50 to the downside, then there's more downside going right back to the lows for PayPal. If it gets up and breaks over 128.28, if it holds this 21-day and moves towards 128, then it can have more upside. But other than that, it's untouchable for me right now. It hasn't bounced enough. It hasn't shown enough strength for compared to the rest of the market. Hasn't bounced like it. And just watch those 21 and 50-day moving averages. Whichever one breaks first, that's probably the direction it goes from. Turkey's Russian oligarch. He probably got his stuff seized. All right, though, guys. I hope you guys had a great day. It was a great day for me personally. Keep an eye on commodities. I'm very, very bullish on commodities. Even if the market downturns, commodities should be strong with all the inflation. And other than that, don't get too bullish. Don't get too bearish. Wait till the market shows you. I'll show Airbnb one time, and then I'm out of here. Airbnb, that's actually a very nice bounce there. So Airbnb, see the difference between Airbnb and PayPal? Airbnb is above the 200-day and the 50-day, and we're right below this previous support zone that we had. So we had this big support zone, and now it's turning into somewhat resistance here. So Airbnb, the key level for Airbnb to hold is 161.50. If Airbnb loses 161.50, there's probably a lot of downside. If it gets over 168.18, you got to watch it into this resistance, and it can make a big move upwards. So keep your thoughts open. LNG, I like LNG. I bought that one at like 60 bucks. LNG, I'll do this one, and then I'll be out of here. LNG, so clear uptrend. This is actually a very strong company. It's been showing up in the news a lot. America is known, might sell LNG to Europe, actually. So this is definitely one you want to keep an eye on. Right now, though, there's this one high. That's the only resistance left. Support, this is a very, very strong stock. It's going from bottom left to top right, so obviously in an uptrend. And if I was waiting for LNG, what I would do is, there's two different plays on this one. You can wait till it pulls back until the 21-day moving average, which would be 130. You could try it at 130 with a tight stop loss. Or you can wait for the breakout, and the breakout play would be 143.40. So you can buy it either at support, or you can buy it through the breakout. Those are the two types of plays on LNG. It is a very strong stock. It's one I would invest in this environment, just because it is a commodity, and it's been a lot of news about it because America's selling it to Europe, apparently, with all the Russian sanctions that are going on. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great day. I did a bunch of charts here. I'm tired. Thank you guys for attending, and I'll see you tomorrow.